Greetings everyone, Sylvan98 back at it again with another reaction. We're looking at every Kamen Rider final form ranked from worst to best. So let's see how things go. I'm hoping that Kamen Rider Geats and Kuga and everything that are at least going to be a part of the top 10, hopefully, because those guys have some pretty good final forms.
Who has the coolest final form in the history of Kamen Rider? Over the franchise's long and rich history, form upgrades have come to be one of the most well-known and loved parts of the Kamen Rider franchise that we speculate on and look forward to every single year. Some of these forms look incredible, and some are insanely powerful. But today, we're going to discuss what the coolest final forms are as we rank every single official Kamen Rider final form in history, from worst to best.
That's a cool
I rank these based on each form's look, uniqueness, abilities, and general wow factor. But with so many entries, there's bound to be some disagreements, so let me know what your favorite final forms are in the comments. And without further ado, let's get into it. In last place, at number 80, is Kamen Rider Evil's Evil Marvelous. This form is exclusive to Revice Forward, Kamen Rider Live and Evil and Demons. In my opinion, Live is already kind of an ugly rider, and this form kind of just looks like he was the victim of a drive-by paintballing. And I just find the colors pretty unattractive.
Yeah, he's not wrong, honestly. This one was kind of like, yeah. I saw it now and I'm just like, yeah, not quite doing it for me. Not quite doing it now.
Next up is Kamen Rider Stronger's Charge Up. After a scientist implants a super electronic dynamo into Shigeru Joe's body, he obtains the ability to charge up, which makes him a lot more powerful and much more effective in combat, as well as turning parts of his rider suit silver. When using this form, Shigeru's body would generate an absurdly high amount of energy, and he had to disperse this energy within 1 minute or risk exploding. This form also gave him an advanced arsenal of combat techniques, but due to the risk, he would use this form somewhat sparingly, reserving it for more serious threats where the extra power was absolutely necessary.
Fair
like the
enough.
time he kicked a dude's head off. The concept of him being on a ticking clock when
I have questions.
using this form adds a cool risk-reward twist that I appreciate, but it doesn't change much visually at all, just the silver accents, and honestly this is the biggest reason that it's low on this list, because it's just kind of visually underwhelming. Although with it being the first official final form, I would say that Stronger's Charge Up has a lot of historical significance.
Fair enough. What
Next up is
the
Kamen
heck?
Rider Birth's Birthday form. When this form is activated, all 6 Birth Claws are summoned and integrated with Kamen Rider Birth simultaneously, which costs 6 Cell Medals. This allows Birth to do a powerful blast called a Cell Bash attack. This form is cool enough, I guess, but not really all that impressive or memorable when you consider some of the other forms on this list.
Yeah.
Other than the claws themselves and some additional red lighting on his suit, this form just doesn't really change how Kamen Rider Birth looks very much.
Yeah. Just kind of feels like someone slapped on a bunch of metal suit parts to him. Just feels kind of clunky.
Next up is Yuri, or Kamen Rider Psycho's X-Swordman, and visually, this form is very X and sword focused in its design, which fits the name well, and it allows Yuri to fight using a physical body and deliver an array of powerful attacks. There's some different textures on the suit that are very reminiscent of classic comic books, and there are also a lot of comic-themed effects that are present in the editing, which does give him a pretty unique vibe. The downsides are that I'm not a really big fan of the color combination here on his suit. I just don't think yellow, pink, and teal are very dynamic color choices.
Yeah. They could have reworked the color scheme. I mean, it looks like a fun suit, just the colors don't quite fit well together, I think. Didn't quite come together like that.
Next up is Kamen Rider Laser Turbo's Bite Gamer Level 0. He receives a moderate increase to his stats, while looking like he has X8's body. As far as final forms go, he doesn't look very final formy, you know, kind of plain and unexciting, but officially, this is still considered a final form.
Okay. It's not very impressive final form.
Next up is Cross Saber.
Cross Saber, yeah. This one, it looks cool, but I feel like there was a little bit more they could have done to work it through.
Toma accesses this form by using the Brave Dragon Wonder Ride book with the Haoken Cross Saber in the Seiken Sword Driver, and by doing this he has the power of all past Seiken aside from Kyomu, and even holds the power of creation, having the ability to restore things that have been destroyed. He is also able to utilize the unique abilities of each Seiken and their different modes, giving him a giant arsenal of attacks and tools at his disposal.
Yeah, the powers are cool.
This form doesn't change the mold of Saber's armor much, if at all. It just gives him a starry pattern on his armor, which, in my opinion, just kind of looks okay. In fact, if I was to put him next to his base form, I think I would choose his base form, just purely based off of looks.
Yeah. Oh, I recognize her from that video. I couldn't quite.
Next up is Invincible Janna, a much stronger version of Janna. Her stats are drastically increased across the board, making her close in power to several of Revice's higher level forms. She's aided in battle by the Medusa Fringe, which is a set of bladed appendages attached to her back that can attack enemies all around her and cause massive destruction. She'll also, quite often, wield the tips of this Medusa Fringe as daggers and even stab her opponents.
As you do.
In my opinion, she looks decent, but I wish that they had done more to differentiate this form visually from her base form.
True. Because it all kind of just looks the same at that point.
Next up at 73 is Gaze Revive. Wielding two modes of the same form, those being Goretsu and Shippu, Gaze Revive is decently strong and effective in fights, with differing attacks for each one, but to be honest, I just find the look pretty uninspired.
That is like he slaps
Basically,
on a
Goretsu
power suit.
opens up and becomes Shippu, which is cool-ish. I just don't think that the rest of his armor changes enough for this to be an interesting looking or even memorable form.
Yeah, I mean, the orange color, the sealed form, kind of just feels like someone put on a blocky combat vest, basically, or like a construction full plate armor, basically. Just, it doesn't seem too imaginative.
Next up is Espada, Arabiana Nights. This form is exclusive to the Kamen Rider Saber Trio of Deep Sin movie. This is an Arabian Nights themed rider form that in my opinion looks decent, but not amazing. I do like the dark blue, black, and gold color scheme here, and in my opinion, it does look a little bit better than Cross Saber, but that's probably just because I like gold a lot.
I mean, yeah, it does look better than Cross Saber, but yeah, I know. It's just it feels like it could have used a bit more reworking to make it like pop. Maybe put on a little bit more Arabian inspiration, like maybe some like I don't know, like what's that called, like the round pauldrons on there instead of like the Middle Eastern pauldrons design, and make it more Arabian in nature, I guess, to fit the design. Because you think of Arabian Nights, but you don't think European heavy armor like that. So I mean, it's just me.
Next up is Punkjack's Fever Monster form. This form only appears in episode 12 of Kamen Rider Geats, where Punkjack wields a full-body monster form. Although we don't see this form for very long at all, I really like Punkjack a lot as a character, but honestly this form just doesn't really do a lot for me visually. It's really blue and yellow, so if you like blue and yellow, you'll probably think my eyes are broken. I'm just not really feeling how it looks.
Yeah, I mean, it looks decent. I'll give it that. It looks like it's trying to do something good. Just, I don't know. It feels thin in the wrong places and bulky in the wrong places. It feels like they could have evened it out to be like more of a full suit versus like so heavily armored up here and lightly armored down there. But I don't know. Probably just me. I like a balanced armor suit.
Next up at number 70 is Guridon's Lychee Arms, and this form appeared in Gaim Gaiden, Kamen Rider Guridon vs. Bravo. Now obviously, this movie is based in the Gaim universe, and Gaim is full of some creatively designed and amazing looking rider suits, but Guridon is one of the least visually dynamic looking riders on the show, and his final form doesn't really change that much.
Yeah.
He gets a little bit more gold on his armor, and I would say he looks maybe 20% fancier, but I still find his color scheme to be pretty unappealing.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much just like some orange red with brown and white, so some gold accents. I mean, it looks okay as a nice as a basic suit, but when you just do a little bit of color scheme addition and some splashing gold, doesn't really attract the eyes like the other suits' final forms. I feel like this one was a bit of a mess. I think 10 suits will work for now. I think we'll do 10 by 10 for each video. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. I certainly did. Look forward to seeing the next 10 suits as we go back to Pokemon XD to see the next few bosses. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!